Welcome to Univariety Alumni Webinar session. And the topic for today's session is a good college and a good branch. This is Saurabh Jain, third year aeronautical student from Manipal Institute of Technology, having a sound experience in research, technology, and engineering aspects. I am alumni of Central India Academy class of 2015. It is my privilege to be a part of Alumni series and thanks to Univariety for making this possible. It gives me immense pleasure to connect with all of you and especially my juniors from Central India Academy. Yeah, I want to help everyone, the students, with insights on good college or good branch and share my experience with them. You can pile up all your questions and ask me to the end of the webinar. And students of Central India Academy can reach me through Univariety platform. So before going to talk about various colleges and the priority of choosing a good college or good branch, I would like to give some tips before appearing for JEE. And so these are basically the tips. Rather than tips, these are the mistakes which I committed and don't want you guys to repeat. So what happened during my times? Mains was just after 5 or 6 days after the completion of my board exam. So I was in lot of stress. Like I have to revise 2 years of syllabus in 5 or 6 days. So this was very stressful, and because of this stress, I made so many blunders. Like I did addition in place of subtraction. I didn't read the question carefully. So this stress is very bad for your exam. It will affect your overall JE score. So don't be stressful and complete your syllabus 3 or 4 months before appearing for exam so that you can revise it properly. Okay. Then one day before mains, have a proper sleep and a proper breakfast so that and also avoid last minute study. See, the thing is, the last minute study can fetch you 5 or 6 marks, but the sluggish brain can cost you 50 to 60 marks. And remember, in IIT, 1 marks can cost you about 5 to 6K rank down. So don't make such blunders. Okay. So doing paper, you will find so many questions which are easy, solvable, but lengthy. So what I am suggesting is don't have any ego issue with questions. If a easy question, a straightforward question refuses to solve, just leave it instantly. Just leave it. If any question take more than 7 minutes, just leave it and don't think that okay, I wasted 7 minutes, so 2 minutes won't affect me much. Don't do that. Also, when you are going for a mains exam, don't when you will appear for exam, then don't just study or mug up all the things. Just be clear with your concept. Go through your NCRT chemistry once because it will help you. It is Bible for chemistry. Okay. And during paper, just see all the easy question which you can get through, and always focus on clearing the cutoff of last year. Because see, if you just think of scoring from beginning, then it might happen that you will get in trouble with the negative marking. Don't do that. First aim for clearing the cutoff, last year's cutoff, then go for scoring marks. Avoid predicting and guessing the answers. It will lead to negative marking and it won't be good for your cutoff, right? And you must remember that nearly 10 lakh people appear for mains every year, and 2 lakh people can cut off can clear the cutoff. See, out of these 2 lakh people who appear for advance, only 30 to 40K people get into advance, can clear the JEE advanced cutoff. But you must remember there are only 12 to 14K seats available in IIT. So what about other people? Everyone in their life wants to have a good life. So this can be possible by studying in good institution. Every successful engineer want to aim JEE and get into IIT, but not everyone can get into IIT, right? But it doesn't mean that you lose hope because you didn't get into IIT. There are so many viable options available. There are so many colleges like triple IITs, IISCs, universities like Anna University, Jadavpur Universities, Manipal University, Delhi University. I can name n number of colleges. So these colleges conduct their own entrance exam. BITS Pilani conduct BITSET, then VIT Vellore conduct VIT JEEE, Jadavpur University conduct WBJEE, then Manipal conduct MUOET. So even if you can't clear the JEE mains cutoff, you can fill this entrance form and clear this exam. So these are as per IITs, right? Now, one thing I want to make you sure that IIT is not everything. Just remember, IIT is not everything. See, there are so many non-IITians who are successful today. You know this man. He's Microsoft CEO, Satya Nadella. He did BTech in electrical engineering from Manipal Institute of Technology. Then we have Kalpana Chawla, a first female to space. She appeared for JEE mains but couldn't clear the cutoff. But she did her aeronautic engineering from PEC Chandigarh. So there are so many other examples of non-IITians who are successful. Now coming to the topic of a good college or a good branch, how to know which college is best for you, how to know which engineering branch is best for you. Do you give priority to college or branch? See, I already named many good colleges. But also remember the colleges I didn't mention doesn't mean that I don't consider them a good college. It is more likely that I don't know much about them. When you go through internet, you'll find that the colleges in India according are ranked by NIRF, that is National Institute of Ranking Framework. You must know on what parameters these rankings are made. So some of the parameters are like number of students, number of college, number of faculties, number of research paper publication, the quantity and quality of faculties, the college outreach, graduation outcome, then inclusivity, people perception. So, in my opinion, what I strongly feel is don't just blindly follow NIRF ranking, because sometimes these are very misleading sometimes. See, if you go through NIRF ranking, you'll find IIT BHU is placed below VIT Vellore, where in VIT Vellore you can get admission based on your donation, right? SRM Chennai, it ought to have good ranking because they enroll thousands of students every year. One more fault you'll find that NIT Meghalaya, which was founded in 2010, which has no proper infrastructure, no permanent building, and less than 50% of placement is placed above many NITs, old NITs. So don't just blindly follow this NIRF ranking. You can prefer QS ranking. QS ranking is world ranking, right? It has the biggest data set of all the institution. Also, you can find a ranking on different website, but make sure they have stable website from 4 or 5 years. So, and also remember one thing, a good college, a reputed, highly ranked college might not be right for you. Someone's dream college might be a nightmare for you. So, what I suggest, ask your alumni of that particular college about the insights of college, then think carefully. Take advice from your seniors or from your parents and teachers, right? Now, talking about which branch is best for you. See, I would say that no branch is bad and no branch is good. Every branch has excel. Every branch has potential to excel. Okay, so but to get into colleges, you must know what branch to take. To excel in engineering life, you must opt for good branch. But it is obvious that after 12th class, many people, many students have confusion because there are so many engineering branches like chemical, mechanical, computer science, electrical, electronic, aeronautics, metallurgical, ceramic. Many branches are there, so it is odd to have confusion, I would say. Like me too has a confusion when I was searching for various colleges. Okay, so how to select, how to know which branch is best for you? You can select a branch by elimination process. Elimination process is like if you are good in physics. If you are good in physics, you can go for mechanical or civil. If you are good in coding, you can go for computer science engineering, IT engineering, or even computer and communication. All right. And also, when it comes to choosing the branch, don't follow your peers or your seniors, because everyone have different reason to select a particular branch. Okay, and I won't say that if you're non-coder you can't you can't take computer science, because see, you can learn computer science if you think that okay, computer science is a high will give you high paying jobs, and you're so sure that you want to do computer science, then go for it. You can learn coding. Coding is not a hardcore thing to do. See, the thing is, life is all about getting your hands dirty and getting the job done. So you must select good branch also. Now coming to the question about giving priority to college or a branch. See, let me clear you one thing. There is no word like a bad branch. There can be word like good and bad college, but there is no word like bad college, bad branch, sorry. Because you may have heard that if you go to a road and ask 10 people, 5 or 6 people will say computer science or mechanical, and hardly people will say metallurgical is best or this. These are underrated branch, but every branch have potential to excel, right? Now, which what thing to give priority? See, if a ex student is in a college which is not recognizable by any company, but he is in branch which will give him high earning job, what is the use of graduating from such college if you won't get internships, you won't get opportunities, and on the other hand, if you are in best college with underrated branch, you'll still have opportunities. Many companies will come for placements. Many companies will come for placement. Sorry. You'll get ample opportunities in internships, and your probability of getting placed would be higher. The chances of developing personality would be higher in a good college, not in the some unknown or the bad college. And even if you are in underrated branch, some college has provision of upgrading branch after first year on the basis of the scores in the first year. So also, if you are in N branch, you can sit for other branches as well. No company except few made such a criteria that okay, you are in computer science, so you have to sit for computer science job only. No, it is not like that. Even a mechanical or metallurgical engineering student can sit in placement of computer science engineering. See, if this won't be the case, imagine Sundar Pichai, Google CEO. He did metallurgical engineering. Would he be in Google? Would he be a CEO of Google? No. What if he has chosen computer science over college? Would he be where he is right now? No, I don't think so. See, good college is not just about good infrastructure. College is about good academic system, quantity and quality of professor, the students ratio, the experience, and number of student project teams, number of technical, non-technical clubs the college have, how the college outreach has, what are the perception of other people, and does the college have a ties with many foreign universities, does it provide online platform for you guys to learn for free? So these all factor make a college a good college, right? And also there are lot of probability of getting placed in a good college. See, in job market, the name of institution play a high weightage. I i'm i'm so sure that you must know this thing. There are so many people I have seen that they are so good in coding, but neglected a good college. Now they have to pay for internships where you must get stipend for internship. They have to pay for internship. They are not getting opportunity even after being a good student. So don't do that. Always choose good college, and good college, because see, if even if you don't know which branch to choose, you can select good college and see which all branches you are eligible for, right? So I will always give priority to good college always. So there are so many chances of improving personality development, networking, and you can also opt for that abroad programs, and these are all in good colleges only. You'll always see a good professor, always choose a good college only. Okay, so now talking about my Manipal experience, I would rather tell you about what things to do before joining college and after joining college, because these are the things which will make your college life more successful. Some people think that college is more about fun and joy, and some people think that college is only about studying and maintaining high or 10 GPA. No, for me, college is more about exploring yourself. When you enter college, you will find there are so many technical clubs, non-technical clubs, student project teams. I'm talking about getting into good college. You'll find so many technical, non-technical student project teams. So get uh, get into these as soon as you enter your college life. Sorry. These clubs, these will provide you ample opportunities for your personality development, networking, communication skill, help you in practical knowledge. So these are the things which are important, not the academics knowledge only. Also, before joining any college, I would suggest you to learn at least one computing programming language, because you'll need it anytime, be it a placement or be it interview, doing project or research, you will definitely need it. Also, I would suggest to have some command on Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, because it is more than Control C plus Control V. Always, you see, if you are so sure about joining this particular branch, you must see what softwares are used in this branch. Like if you go for computer science, you must know at least one programming language. You can start with C, C++, Java, Python. There are n programming languages. If you want to pursue mechanical engineering, you must know some of the designing 3D designing softwares like 3D CAD or CATIA, 360, etc. So when you'll go to college, you'll find that your college might have various ties with online colleges which provide online platforms, like my university have ties with Coursera, so we can study any of the courses for free from Coursera. So when you'll go, just explore yourself in your college. Don't do drugs, alcohol, these, and also don't get addicted to study. Also, college is more about exploring yourself, getting more of the practical knowledge than the academic knowledge. And you must enjoy your college life, like do travel, read books, write novel or blogs, play games, everything. Just don't be bored with the college life. Okay. And there are myths regarding college about branch, about CGPA. Most you'll heard from senior that they say that the CGPA is not very important in college life, but I would say that CGPA matter, not to much extent, but it matter. See, even if you have so many achievements, positions or responsibility, if you can't get into interview room, how will you show them? To get into interview room, you must need a good GPA. I would rather suggest to maintain some good GPA, like 8 plus GPA is excellent in college life. 8 plus GPA is excellent. You will be eligible for almost all the branches, all the companies. And even if you have 7 plus GPA, you'll get into many companies. Even with 6 plus, is not that impossible, but you'll get difficulties getting into colleges. And when the survey was made, is GPA is important. So what we found that about 40% people say that GPA is important to get into the placement hall, but it is not the factor which get them placed. CGPA was about fifth or sixth factor that will influence their placement. There are so many other factors like publishing research paper, projects, then working into different companies as an internships, your problem solving skill, your aptitude. These are the things on the basis of which they judge rather than only academics. So maintain GPA, but doesn't mean you will continuously study and aiming for 9 plus 10. Even if you are good in study, then it's not wrong getting 9 plus or 10, but forcing yourself to get such GPA is not good. Okay, so force yourself to study more of the practical soft skills, learn some new foreign languages, because these are the extra weightage, this will add extra weightage to your CVs. Now CV or the resume, it is also very important. You must aim from the first day to build a good CV, because see, CV is the first impression, and first impression is the last impression, right? So on the basis of good CV, you will get into good internship, and good CV is built by good skills, adding all the experiences, your elective OECs, and you'll find that in when you go to your college, you'll find that college offer many open electives, program elective, which are not related to your branch. So with this, even a underrated student can see, okay, so for example, if some college offer OEs like a database or some programming language, and if underrated student can learn these things, can take these open elective. So what I want to say is, be sure what open elective you want to take in your college, that would help you building your profile. Okay. So what at the end, what matter is good college. Always choose a good college, but it's not like don't a chemical student can choose a computer science branch. It's not like that, but you must give more priority to good college. See, even if you are confused between two branches, right, so you must select a branch which is available in good college. And even if you're not sure, if your line of thinking, your line of interest is unknown to you, you can select a good college, and then see which branch you are eligible for, right? Then the next thing is why research is important for student. See, what is research? Research is basically to see what others have already seen, but to think which no one had thought about. Research is important, obviously, for practical knowledge, for problem solving skills, and to get better command on software, soft skills. So research is important. Also, research is important when you are planning to go for higher studies, doing PhD, because these programs want students to have expertise in research work. But if you are so sure that okay, you have to do job after 4 years, or you have to do MBA after college life, then research hardly matter. But doing research work won't harm you. You'll only learn more and more. Through your university platform, you will get career guidance, profile building. You can get insights of college from your seniors. You can ask them how the college is, what all branches they are offering, the placements the college offer. You can ask your alumni to support yourself through counselings, and the platform is very approachable for you guys, and it's very simple to use. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and I'm up for all the questions here. You can start asking me questions.